What makes you feel more loved? Receiving a letter in the mail from your girlfriend, reminding you that she's thinking of you, or receiving a dozen roses from your boyfriend just to say I love you. Each of us has a direct language that speaks directly to our heart and may cause conflict if not communicated correctly. If we have the knowledge to understand why relationships are impacted both positively or negatively by the way we show our love, we can make healthy choices to offer more love, joy, and positive results for our future. I would like to inform you of the 5 love languages, the barriers of love and between individuals, and ways to improve your relationships so you can enjoy the greatest days ahead. As a divorced mom of 4, I understand the hardship that can be caused when not communicating correctly with those you love. But I'd like everyone here to have the tools so that you can be aware of how you need to feel loved and yet love again to others. Let's begin our story with our partner. He brings you home roses but forgets to take out the garbage, and it's garbage day. His love language may be different than yours, so I'll explain the 5 different love languages to express love emotionally. According to Family Focus, there are 5 main love languages to express love emotionally. They are words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. The first one is words of affirmation, reminding you, I love you, honey. You're the best. Did you know that I was thinking about you today? All of those sayings are words that speak directly to the heart so that others know that you're thinking of them and they hear it through their words. The second one is acts of service. Have you ever heard the saying, actions speak louder than words? Well, this one's true for some. This way to show love is through taking out the garbage, doing the dishes, maybe fixing the lamp without even being asked. Those acts show love in a different way. The third one is receiving gifts. I love when I receive a little package, and it's for no certain reason. That to me speaks love to my heart. The fourth one is quality time. What child do you know that doesn't love to play a game with their parents or go to grandma's house just to get one-on-one from the rest of the siblings? That is quality time. And the 5th one is physical touch. Physical touch is either through a hug, a kiss, or maybe intimacy with your partner. Those are the 5 love languages. But wait a minute now. I brought you home roses and you're still mad I didn't take out the garbage? According to family studies, 42% of Americans are divorced each year. This may be explaining the language barrier between those we communicate with. Now, is communication heard through the giver or the receiver? If I need my love shown in one way and the other person doesn't receive it, is it communicating correctly? We all know that love is communicated in the receiver. There are many differences. One would be between male and female. Oftentimes, a male finds it more practical to be intimate with their spouse versus reminding her that she looks beautiful. That can cause a barrier between couples. Oftentimes, a difference would be between younger child and a parent. A parent may need time together with their child to communicate, where a child may say, give me the gift, it shows me you love me, and move on. And a third place would be with a coworker. Would your coworker love to have a hug? However, there's places of acceptance as well. Is it proper to hug your coworker? Even though that is your proper love languages, there comes a barrier between when it's appropriate and when it's not. Now that we understand the different ways that it's shown, let's talk about improving our relationship for our lives ahead. As in the class, I had asked, who has ever heard of the 5 love languages? And everyone had said, none of us have heard of it. But when I had asked the question, can it improve your relationships and your love and your future success? Both had replied, yes, it will improve the future success because the impact that you have at home with your family plays a major role in your future success of them appreciating how hard you've worked and raising you to the next level of love. Now that we understand the different ways that it's shown, let's talk about improving those relationships in our lives. Let's start with our family. Our partners and spouse, it's very important to communicate with them correctly on how important it is that each of us knows our love languages and knows that it is our job to communicate with our spouse in their love language. For example, I like to be words of affirmation. So I like to be told that I'm thought of. I like to be told that I'm beautiful. However, with my spouse, it may be that I'm the physical touch, that he likes time alone, he likes time in the bedroom, and that shows him that I'm taking time to love him. The second is with our children. One child may need a gift of giving to show them their love, or the next may be that they want to be quality time, such as playing a game together. Those are both important ways that we need to sit back and we need to say, what is their primary love language? And what about our coworkers? Coworkers have a different perspective of our priority. We need to make sure that in a relationship that we see every day, that we're properly communicating with them so that they know in a professional setting ways that we want to work together as a team. And last but not least, filling our own bucket. If we are not aware of what makes us feel loved, how are we to properly love others? I think it is very important to recognize and clearly state that what we want in life. If you want happy, healthy relationships to enjoy in your future success, let's go over what we had talked about. First, there are 5 main love languages that express love and truly speak to your heart. They are words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. Remember, everyone has a different love language, and they can be barriers that disconnect you or connect you to the feeling loved, but understanding these differences will make it easier. And finally, strengthen your relationship with your family. Coworkers and loving yourself will be the best success you'll ever have. And always try to remember, if your husband brings you flowers, it's because he wants you to know he loves you and wants to fill your bucket up.